Hello everyone, this is the 25th episode of the Chesterfield of Dreams and you're very welcome to this Sunday evening edition, and today I'm just going to quickly summarise what has happened since the last episode and preview the final 6 games before the end of the League One season. And thankfully the news is good, but it's extremely tight between myself, who are now in a peak position of third, against 10th place Rochdale. It's just 3 points between those 7 teams, and or 8 teams, I beg your pardon. And this really is one of the thrilling conclusions to a season you'll ever likely to see. We're starting to muscle a goal difference now that we've scored 69 goals compared to 61 conceded, and we have every chance of promotion if we keep our concentration. In terms of the form guide, we are one of the best so far in the league at 3 wins, 2 draws and no defeats. Colchester look almost certain to win the league courtesy of their great record, and Barnsley have a reasonable chance as well at getting that other automatic position, but we want to grab it off them. But how are we going to do it, and how have we gotten to this stage? Well, let's begin with the Man United loss. Not great, but what can you do? 0-0 against Coventry, one of the rare draws we've had, and it was one we really could have lost. We could have won it, but our home record continues to mystify. Barnsley, I don't know what happened here, but we just got absolutely pummeled. It was a strong team and we were destroyed. Even though Jamie Vardy got himself a red card, they absolutely annihilated us. He got 4 goals along with Bree and Marvaux, and we could do very little to stop it, even though we took the lead. So I don't know what happened there. It was basically the same team that played Man United and got wrecked. We got a crucial victory against Peterborough. We're very poor in these big games, but we did better this time, but we were then beaten by a superior Millwall 1-0. A late drama from both ends as Maurice Deville's goal looked to have won it against Tranmere, but then they went up their own end and scored in the 91st minute, so we let ourselves down. Another big loss against Rochdale, and that looked to be the end of our season, but we got our act together by beating Shrewsbury. Portsmouth drawing 0-0 at Walsall, not much we could have done there. We got a great win here against Rotherham. Deville scoring twice to absolutely make sure, so well done to him. Doncaster, another case of a game we should have won. We conceded in the 90th minute, and we had reasonable control of the situation and we let ourselves down, but these minor injuries, which didn't really affect their health, it wrecked our strategy, and we were unfortunate there. We got the absolutely marvellous 90th minute winner, which would have taken us out of the playoff positions if we hadn't have got that, but Lee Griffiths getting a goal and saving our skins there with a crucial goal, and then we just beat Crawley by 3-1, and our final 6 games against teams all 10th or lower at the moment anyway. Yeah, so we have every reasonable chance of getting through this and getting promotion, but it's a very difficult league and no one can be underestimated. But Morecambe, we've beaten them already this season. Bristol City, we have every motive to get payback on them as they keep beating us or drawing with us. Bury are tough. Oldham were good at the start of the season and they've fallen away. Yeovil are trying to survive, and Leyton Orient have let themselves down despite having a really strong squad. So we've a really good chance of promotion, but there are 1 or 2 hitches that's going to hold us back, namely injuries to centre-backs Sean Hutchinson, Simon Tipple, who I just recalled from loan and he didn't even get to play. Lee Griffiths got a training injury and he's out for probably the majority of the season. He's got very little time to recover, and Luke O'Neill has also tried to recover from injury. I've still got 3 healthy goalkeepers, and the midfield is generally secure, but Kenji Gore here, he's really struggling to get his fitness back, and I'm just trying my best to get him some sort of game time, since he has this promise and time is running out. And Tommy Lee also wants game time, and I want to give it to him because I want him to reach his testimonial, and I've never actually had one before since I went on the trophy tour last season. So if he stays one more season, he'll complete his 10-year minimum to get a testimonial match, and I really want to see that happen. So I'm just going to try my best and keep Tommy happy, but then he'll have to give up his spot regardless of what league we end up in. I just don't see him being the number one goalkeeper anymore. Daniel Jones coming back from injury. Grant Ormrod has had to come up into the senior team in the absence of so many centre backs, and he's doing a fine job of it. Adam Reddington has been capped for the under-19s, and he got a 10 out of 10 performance, which is the best I've seen from any of my players in any competition. So there you have it against Austria. A fantastic performance for a centre back, getting 2 assists and keeping a clean sheet. So perfect from our friend there. Maurice DeVille, as I said, is probably the man on form. And Cody Cropper is doing a great job as well. He's finally learning how to survive in this league, and he's actually conceded less goals than he's made appearances, so that's fantastic. And that's probably, and then Noe Baba is probably our most informed player as well. He's got an average of 7.2, 7.4, 8.1, 7.4 and 6.8. So he's definitely been a worthwhile signing, as he's also learned to get a cop on. A lot of players were poor for the majority of the season, and now they're starting to be settled. In terms of appearances, Lee Griffiths has played the most games, as I continue to rotate my goalkeepers, and he has 19 goals to his name. Stephen Kingsley is second, followed by Charlie Raglan, Sam Morsey, Enton Didericwa in the top 5. The highest goalkeeper is Jakob Rinne on 22 appearances. And let's look at the goals. Lee Griffiths 19, Maurice DeVille 11, Jordi Huula trying to do his best despite injuries galore. He's on 6, Dirikwa 5, Roberts and Bratton have 4, as do Clucas and Jay O'Shea. Price, Banks, Doyle, Kingsley, Raglan, Aribli, Reddington, McDonald, Ryan, Baba, Jones, Gore all have 1 goal each, or roughly 3. So in terms of the average rating, Lee Griffiths has the best. Raglan, Dirikwa, Bratton, Jones, DeVille, Baba. Sean Hutchinson, just recovered from injuries, doing his best. And if we scroll down to the bottom, Owen Doyle is the worst on 6.58. Simon Tipple, rather harsh, we won't judge him. Matt Doherty, I don't know what's wrong, but he just doesn't do spectacularly. And he can definitely be vulnerable to a bad performance here or there. Tommy Lee, 6.75. Sean McDonald, 6.76. And Jimmy Ryan, 6.8. And if we're looking at our staff, I'm going to retain them all, apart from our head scout, Paul Mitchell. He's not really good enough, and I can just promote one of my current scouts into the chief position, and we can save a bit of money there. But if we get promoted, we can probably get some more coaches in again, and maybe get Peter Enkelman as a goalkeeping coach, and play around with this. It's strange enough that I can't get my my director of football or head of youth development any sort of coaching badges, which is very annoying. Finances are pretty decent at the minute, 186,014. That was mostly thanks to the Manchester United game, but we are starting to lose a bit of money again, but we can definitely make amends if we get promoted. In terms of my own statistics, I've improved, even though I'm already a Continental Pro. So it must be a bit of both, and bit of you can grow as a result of getting a badge, or sort of organically getting ratings improved, depending how you do. So I'm now 17 attack, 15 technique, 14 tactics, 17 player knowledge, and 13 man management. Those are my best stats. Down here, my career stats. I've recently played my 200th game. I've won 89 times, drawn 30, lost 82, with a win percentage of 44, a goal difference of +1, and so on and so forth. You can go into more detail now. There you go. Take what you wish from this stats page, and yeah, that is mostly what I want to talk about. The youth were signed on. You may have seen them in the last episode. There are some, or the Twitter actually, sorry, I haven't talked about them all on camera, so I'll do that now if you so desire. Transfer history, my youth. Who's a good one now? Where's the best one? Richard Bamford, I think. Is he the best? No. Where is he? Which one is it? Is it? Ah, sorry. Groves. I keep forgetting now. Alright, we'll look it up. I'll just, sorry, I'll scroll through them really quick. I'm trying to remember which one is the best. Matthew Beasley, this is it. Yeah, so Matthew Beasley has 2 positions he can play, and he's already got some nice core stats, such as the first touch, the technique, and the long shots and flair. So he could be a very good player. Jordan Burke has reasonable potential as well. There you go. He's got all sorts of positions he can play. No, Danny Fox, no, he's no good. Hutchings, no. Grice, he's alright. Jenkins, Hemmings, Braithwaite, no. Timmins, no. Groves, no. And Campbell Rice, he's okay. So we got a reasonable outlay of youth, but we can improve on that from next season on, I'm sure. Anything else I need to say before I go? I may as well see what happened in the FA Cup, since we were doing quite well in that tournament. Schedule, FA Cup. So we're now in the semi-final stage, bar one tie. So Manchester United are eliminated anyway. That's quite a surprise. Manchester United eliminated by Everton. So Stoke versus Chelsea and Hull versus Tottenham or Everton to decide who takes the trophy to their respective stadiums. And that will conclude the episode, guys. We are doing well in our youth leagues. The under-21s and the under-18s are both winning them, so that's fantastic. And that's pretty much all I need to say. If there's anything else you want to see, I'll screenshot it and tweet it to you if you so wish. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and fingers crossed we get promoted back to the championship. So bye for now, everybody.